Hello and welcome to a new video. In today's video we are going to take a look at CHARJABUG in the Shadow variant. Yeah, the Shadow event is now over. I am back from vacation, so I wasn't able to showcase this Pokemon earlier, but what we see here already is we are not running the normal fast move of Volt Switch, we're running Bug Bite. Because of the extra damage buff from the Shadow bonus, I kinda wanted to go ahead and go for Bug Bite. Now with the new season, Volt Switch is going to be buffed already there as well, so Volt Switch is going to be most likely even better again for this Pokemon, doing more damage now for the next season, but Bug Bite honestly now being a Dragon Breath clone, Dragon Breath is going to change for the next season as well. If you haven't seen the videos towards it, there's a lot more coming on the channel as well. Stay tuned for that. But yeah, basically we're going to take a look here now at CHARJABUG, and we see already in the first battle on how overpowered this Pokemon can be, because what we will see is that we basically destroyed the entire opponent just with this one Pokemon alone. And we're going to have a team here. That's kind of interesting that I had already in the top team video for the Shadow Pokemon that's going to get released, and I wanted to give it a try. And this team got me up to like 2,920 or something. I'm still not legend, by the way. I haven't really played outside of those few battles that you're gonna see here as well. I still dropped though now after my vacation because the meta has shifted again. I'm still clueless. I have to see if I actually even gonna be able to hit it. This is going to be by far the latest point I ever gonna hit legend, if I even gonna hit legend. I am not gonna stress myself yet. But I will try to play a bit more serious now in the upcoming weeks, because I kind of want to hit Legend. I'm now kind of in a position where I definitely should be able to hit Legend as well. Yeah, the last few weeks, just a lot going on, to be fair. I try to do a lot of content, and I'm alright with even not being able to hit Legend this season if it comes to that. It's not really the most important thing for me. But of course, I'm going to try my best there. I'm always kind of hovering around 2,900, and then I'm going to change my team, and then it's like, yeah, let's drop again. So maybe I'm just going to find a team that gets me up there and I actually play until I'm hitting Legend. So yeah, definitely stay tuned for that. Again here, I did play actually a lot of grunts though while I was out on vacation. I did over 100 grunts during the period here, which is kind of cool. I think that's kind of solid, like quite over 100, I think 120 or something. And I did get exactly 0 Talonflames. Exactly 0, couldn't find any. I have around 10 Shadow Piggyback, which is the same grunt that also gives you Talonflame. I never got it. I don't know if there's like a different chance to it. I don't know if you can see it somewhere online, because it can't be the same. If I have like 10 Piggyback, how the hell do I have only one, like not one, actually 0 Talonflames? I have no idea why. But yeah, let me know down below on how things have been for you. Like, did you get some cool Shadow Pokemon? What's like the Shadow Pokemon that you want to see the most for the Go Battle League? Let me know down below. I think the Shadow events are always kind of exciting. I wanted to play a little bit more, of course, but on vacation you're not going to play a lot. But definitely excited for the next Shadow event, which I do think is actually already like the next month or something, based on what we've seen for the event schedule. So we might be able to actually get rid of some of the frustration again very, very soon. As you guys see here though, we're going to have the Phantom coming through against our Dedenne. We haven't really talked about the team yet, which I'm going to now do as well. We have here Dedenne against Dedenne, which is going to be an interesting matchup, going to be quite the worst matchup possible, by the way. Dedenne is going to be the most trickiest Pokemon for us to deal with. I tried to go ahead, try to go ahead and get some damage onto them, which actually works out. But now I have to hope that I can just farm them down, which I don't know if I'm going to be able to do here. We're going to have the Giratina against us. I'm trying my best to reach that Icy Wind, and I can get the Icy Wind off, which actually is going to be quite nice, because what we are going to be able to do, I am going to be able to just go ahead and let the move go. It's going to be the Parabolic Charge coming in. We're going to be able to go ahead and go into our CHARJABUG, and we're going to be able to just farm down. Bug Bite is doing so much damage, even though it's resisted. And so we can move on to the next opponent, where we will see a lead that's quite alright for us. And I played out like this. I'm just going to go straight for my fast moves. I'm not going to do anything else. They go into the Lapras, catching the Shadow Ball, allowing me to go into my Dedenne, boost myself up. I should be able to outspeed them here still. I am not. Okay, that's kind of bad for me. I'm going to use a shield, but I should be able to fully farm them down now. I don't think I have to go for any move anymore. I should be able to fully farm them down, and yes, I can. So I have now 2 Charge moves stored. I love the background, by the way. I wish there would be like a background for PvP all the time. Doesn't have to be like this where it's like really, I don't know, crazy for like the World Championships, but there should be something better than just here's like a patch of dirt, have fun playing there. Like, I feel like this should be definitely something that they should change in the future, because I love the background. It gives like so much more of a vibe to like the battles itself. It just makes it way more enjoyable, in my opinion, than watching the same background the entire time all over again. Of course, after a while, this would be becoming a little bit lame as well. But even like the little thing on the top where you can see the Pokemon in real time. Like, I didn't even know that they would be able to program this perfectly, but they do. And so there is some love put into it, which I love to see. I hope we see more of that in the future. I'm really excited though for what they did here already. I'm also really excited to see the Shadow CHARJABUG here. Taking a Fire Punch, like, it's quite a bit. But I have to try to still get maybe to a play rough here. Is it going to be a Scorching Sands? It sadly is, and we're going to lose this battle. If we caught the Fire Punch, maybe I had a chance. But it was kind of close one. If I got to the, Exeter here, I would have definitely won this battle. So, we're going to have here Talonflame against us. This is going to be alright for us, as well as we are going to see here the Ice Wind coming through. This is, going to be totally fine for us. We're going to have two Electric type Pokemon in the back, but one of them is really bad against it, so we cannot have the option to swap out of here. But I can try to force alignment here by shielding up everything, farming them down, and keeping like a Shadow Ball for later on, which is going to be great. Or I'm just even going to get some energy on my Dedenne already, which is going to go up and out against the Credilli. I would have rather had, of course, my Bug type Pokemon against it, which does super effective damage against them. But the player is still actually chunking away quite a bit. But the issue is here, of course, that the Acid is just taking up so much damage against us. The Rock Tomb is coming through. We will see here as well the Parabolic Charge coming in. And as we will see, this is sadly going to be enough to get them into maybe, I don't know, it's a range for it? I don't know. We're going to have the Ice Wind coming through. They're very likely going to use a shield. I assume they're going to use a shield here. They want to keep the energy. They don't want to keep the energy. They go all or nothing for the final Pokemon. It is going to be the Scissor. I'm not too sure if we're going to be able to win this. We have a resisted fast move pressure here. They are going to be able to two-shot us most likely with the Night Slash. And so sadly, we're going to take the L here. There's not a lot that I can do here anymore. If I would have got to maybe an Icy Wind, even then I would have not been able to win this battle. So yeah, unfortunate there, but we can move on to the next opponent. Where we're going to see Shadow Scissor again, actually. Where Shadow Scissor is going to be like a Pokemon that is actually kind of alright for us. We're going to be able to use a shield. What we can do as well is we can go for one fast move, go for the... Oh, we actually go for the near full farm down here. We see the Dusclops coming in, which most likely want to use a shield here against the potential Shadow Ball. Yes, they want to. They're going to be debuffed now, and I think they might be even in range for a Play Rough. But do I want to risk it with all the energy here? Shadow Punch is coming through. Yes, we want to try to risk it. But we're going to let the next move go through as well. I can overfarm maybe even a little bit more. They're going to be close to the next move, and I'm going to actually overfarm by a bit too much in my opinion. That was very, very risky. Sure, mostly I just went for one less, but it worked out. I can knock them out. I have some energy still for even the Blastoise here now coming in. And that's going to be alright for me, because... yeah, what we are going to see here, we're going to have the Blastoise against the Charjabug, but they can catch the move. That is going to be quite unfortunate. I am not too sure we still have a chance now at winning this battle, as the Charjabug here is just not really going to do enough. I'm going to have to... I actually going to use a shield here, which I don't think I should have done, because they're going to be able to knock me out here, right? Is this going to be Blastoise sweep here against us? Let's find out. We actually still survive it, but we're going to get farmed down here. We can go in, we have the Icy Wind still stored actually. It's going to be alright for us. Should be enough to knock them out. And with that, the Blastoise is going to go down. And we can move on to the next opponent, where we will face Regidrago. I'm very much curious on how this Pokemon is going to perform next season, because Dragon Breath is going to get changed, but depending on how Breaking Type is going to get changed, it might be even stronger next season. And I do actually think it's going to be stronger next season, because Dragon Energy doesn't get changed. And so even if Breaking Type is just 45 energy, it makes this Pokemon basically able to get to the Breaking type at the same time, having the guaranteed drop of the opponent's attack, and also having the option to get to the Dragon Energy way faster, like forcing a lot of damage onto people, which I think makes Regidrago one of the Pokemon that you really want to have for next season, like absolutely. But again, there are going to be a ton of videos coming up here on this channel where you're going to talk about potential Pokemon you want to buff, like have to get basically with that, a potential Pokemon that could be good in the future, stuff like this. Like we're going to have a lot on the channel, so definitely stay tuned for that. Luckily, they don't run Blizzard here. They only run the move of Scald, and we are going to let our Drifloon go down because we can take the hits a bit easier here. And I kind of try to win all game here with my Dedenne, but they're going to call that I go straight for my move, which is a very smart decision. I can go still straight for the full Parabolic Charge. And now my only win con is if I go up to 2 charge moves. And so I'm going to do exactly this. I'm going to go up to 2 Parabolic Charges. I know that we should be able to survive a Dragon Energy. But the thing is here as well, what I could see in the future is that Regidrago might run Dragon Energy Hyper Beam. Because with the new fast move generation of the Dragon Breath, it would allow you to hit Pokemon, for example, like the Fairy types for neutral damage, and a lot of neutral damage, which would be very, very cool for the future, so I could see this definitely happening. Anyway, we're going to encounter a great lead here for ourselves. We're going to have the Dugong hopping in next to us, and we're going to have the Parabolic Charges coming through. So we're going to have a great scenario for us here right now. We can force switch advantage, absolutely. There's nothing the opponent can really do here. As long as you're going to use a shield, which we are going to do, and they decide to go for the Drill Run, which is even better for us. So we have more force move pressure against the opponent. We can overpower by a tiny bit here as well. I can go for another Parabolic Charge. If they want to use a shield, which they do actually want a shield, I could either use a shield myself or let the move go. I should let the move go. I do let the move go. It's going to be a Drill Run. It doesn't do enough damage. And with that, we have alignment. We would have the player off, and the opponent had enough here and forfeited this battle. Again, kind of unfortunate here that we have the Talonflame against... Oh, okay, they stop out here into the Giratina. Yeah, Giratina got released at the same time. I actually got 2 Giratina now. I used 2 Raiders for this Pokemon, and I got one that goes perfectly to 1500 CP. The thing is, I am a bit scared for the future for this Pokemon with the recent change like to Dragonclaw, but I do think it's most likely going to still perform kind of similar next season. Because the Dragonclaw change is still the same pacing, you just do more charge move damage compared to the fast move damage. But you have the option to go for Ancient Power faster, so I do think that still Giratina has some potential there. Just that the Shadow Claw version is most likely going to be a little bit worse now, which it is what it is. You're going to see Lurantis, and Lurantis really doesn't appreciate, I think, our fast moves here. The Bug Bites are really chunking away from the opponent. Superpowers coming through, and they can knock me out if they want to, but I think it doesn't even knock them out, like knock us out here, because it's going to be a resisted Leaf Blade, debuffed already. In comes the Talonflame. I can let the move go here. There's nothing that I can really lose here. I'm going to be able to win guaranteed. I have still my Dedenne. I'm going to be able to outspeed them. I won the Team Pitta as well if it ever comes to it, which it won't. So, like, yeah, good game to the opponent. I can just chill this move up. Or maybe it's actually going to be a Team Pitta here. Who knows? It's going to be a fly. And I can just go for a Parabolic Charge to win us this battle. And again, Dedenne in the back, honestly, such a fantastic Pokemon to run currently. And yeah, this is kind of the main idea behind the team as well, which I like so much about this team, is to try to bait out ground-type Pokemon, which you can do so easily with the Bug Bite version here. It's such a cool, Pokemon to have in order to bait out ground types, and we can just let the move go here. We have a shield advantage. We're gonna get a ton of energy advantage as well, because I can just fully farm them down with my Drifloon. I wouldn't even need to shield, but I might still shield exactly because I'm still gonna do actually quite a bit against the Ferret as well. Ferret's fast move is the issue. The charge moves are all going to be resisted, and so I can swap out of here into my Dedenne, kept a Shadow Ball for later on. I can let the move go here. I don't really care too much about that too much. I'll actually decide to use a shield against a Trailblaze, interesting. And they're going to reveal that they have the Wigglytuff in the back. And so it was actually ideal for me to decide to use that shield, because now I am going to be able to boost myself up. I should most likely went straight for the Parabolic Charge instead of going for the perfect fast move timing there, because at the end of the day, we just take a little bit too much damage. But still, we even get to the next Parabolic Charge before they go for their own charge move, which means we can get the KO. In comes the Ferret, and I can go for the Parabolic Charge again here, and basically Dedenne is just so difficult to remove from the field as soon as you're going to be able to bait out that ground type, and this is why this team is so fantastic. You're just able to do that quite consistently with the Bug Bite version of Charjabug as a Shadow variant, and as you see here, we are going to be able to win this, and we can move on to the next opponent. Sorry, by the way, if you hear some noise in the background, there's like some work going on directly on the road next to me, so like there's nothing I can really do about it. I still want to make a video here about this fantastic team, honestly. I enjoy this team so much. I think the Dedenne in the back is like such a cool closer. And of course, this team is not really towards like, oh, Charjabug is going to win every single battle here. No, that is not the idea behind the team. What we have here is we have a team that tries to put Dedenne into a spotlight and tries to win with Dedenne most of those games here, and it honestly works out fantastic most of the time as well. We're going to have here the Parabolic Charge charge coming through, getting the KO. We have a shield disadvantage for the final battle here, but we have the switch advantage, we have the energy advantage, and we're going to have a Dedenne against us again, which is quite unfortunate because I actually don't really face that many, but here we face quite a lot, which is kind of difficult for the team. Yeah, they're forced to go for a player against us. We know that, so we can let this move go. But it's still going to be a tough one. As I'm going to go ahead and go to my Charjabug, I will still chunk away a lot of the health though. We already have them kind of low. We already can have them at half health here already with our Charjabug. We can take a player off. I can go for the Exeter, and this forces again most likely a shield from the opponent, or a lot of damage, which is even better for us. As we can now use a shield here, I am going to be able to go for the full farm now. We still have 2 Pokemon left basically. In comes that Annihilate, we can go for the Ice Wind in time, and with that we should be able to survive any hit from them unless they're running Shadow Ball, which honestly is a tech move that I've been thinking about quite a long time because it just do so much damage with it and nobody expects it, but they just have Rage Fist, and with that we are going to be able to win this battle. This is going to be it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. If you did, feel free to leave a like, and I will see you then hopefully for something towards the new season soon. Bye bye.